what is your priorities for this riding now that you've been reelected?
Good question. So priorities are many, and it includes realizing energy security with the Wesleyville project, which is the most massive jobs and will have the largest economic impact, I think, ever in our riding. That new hospital in Campbellford, affordability issues. We have to be a more productive society. We have to break down interprovincial trade barriers, which can mean a better economy right here at home. We have to break down the constant, never-ending back and forth of permits and delays, and we have to speed things up at the municipal level, or we're not going to realize the potential of rural Ontario. So these are some of the things we want to work with. We're going to keep trying to put more money back in people's pockets. We've never raised taxes. We never will. We've looked at ways to remove tolls, to improve public transit. So we have a number of major projects we've got to get off the ground. And last but not least, supporting our agriculture community. We've invested in innovative technologies that's helped increase the yield. But one of the things, a job that I got to finish, is work on our skills development fund with our agriculture community. I've sat down with our Federation of Agriculture. I'm laser focused on inspiring and working with them to train the next generation of farmers.
One of the big topics that came up during this election, David, locally is obviously the Notre Dame Public School. Accusations made that you won't take a phone call, you won't take a meeting with them, you won't help that school out, help solve their problems. I want to give you the time now to respond to that question.
Yeah, that's unfortunate accusations, likely from an out-of-touch union. It's false. I've met with the school. I've met with the school board. I've visited the school, and we'll work with them to address these issues. And I would say, don't point to lip service, just point to results. I sat down with families. It without question took longer than I think some families wanted, but I think many families get that new school doesn't happen overnight. But we delivered a new K-12 school in Newcastle. I announced that before the election. I intend to do the same and to work with families here. And I think it's really unfortunate that people would choose to try and politicize this in an election. I understand for the families that want the best learning environment for their kids. But I think the voters saw through that, and they saw my track record. I said I'd get a new school in Newcastle, promise made, promise kept, and I've sat down with the board, and we've got to address these issues at Notre Dame, and that's something that will be in my first order of business back in the office.
Are teachers, staff, students are they in danger at that school currently?
No, people would not be, we would not put people in a dangerous situation. And the board plays an important role. This isn't a situation where the Ministry of Education, shows up in your school every day. Why else would we have a school board, right? So we have a school board, we have trustees. They have to play and do an important role. I've met with our Catholic trustees, and they've been advocating, and they'll continue to advocate, and I'll continue to work with them. But I don't know where the genesis of this was, but it was, I think, a result of the retired teachers debate, which, Mark, I have not done since I was elected. I don't do special interest debates. I do debates where you can see, like your debate, from agriculture to the economy, where you truly get to see a candidate's platform. And I'll continue on that policy. I've always done debates here locally, but what I do that my opponents don't do is I also get up to second, third, fourth line road. We knock on more doors, and I take a great pride in that as well.